Swazz once worked in the hotel sector in Jamaica, but he found his true calling in music. Let's hear some more about his journey in this week's Up Next segment.
Up Next is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge.
Watching me there, fully bends, make a clean sweep, me no left evidence. You hear that? Me a load up a residence, one phone call and boy you fi take offense.
On this week's Up Next segment, we have one of dancehall's newest sensation. Swazz has an uncommon style, uncommon melody, whole heap of things him have to offer. Swazz, what go on?
Nobody not safe, man. I pray.
There, my G.
That is it, man.
So, welcome to the show, of course. First things first, where do I hail from?
I'm forward from St. Mary, though.
St. Mary.
Yeah,
What is St. Mary?
A place named Oxford, and St. Mary, but I live at Portmore right now.
Portmore, yeah, man. Represent Sedway.
That.
What sparked your interest in music?
You know, it's just a thing we find me, because from younger, I always like I sing over people's songs, you see me? Yeah, we just turn it in my way, change the words, you know what I mean? And we just continue from there till we start freestyle till we start creating my own lyrics, you see me?
And that was about what age? 19, so? Or from
Yeah, I'm about 17.
Them no see how my money get taller. Strapland, wagwa, shot caller. Tell Spain don't go and hold the harder. Kick them like baller.
During high school, let's say, did you have any other goals or if you say, yo, you know, somebody want to be police or nothing like
Yeah,
that?
man,
Or was it
without turn
always
soldier, you
music?
know. You see me? Without turn soldier, man. But then, because them time I go high school, me in a cadet and things, so
Yeah.
the marching band and things, you see me?
Who were some of your inspirations coming up in terms of artists?
And we always listen to Vibes Cartel and move out of them. We grew up on Vibes Cartel and move out of the music. I do one of them. Busy Signal, all of them Monday, you see me? So, we always listen to them songs, as I tell them, I always change them. So then we sing a song a specific way, and me just
You just
put my
your
words to it
twist
and
on
mention
it.
all my dog, them name in it, where they mention for them friend name. So them artists that we grew up and listen to see, I always listen to Supercat too, as
Yeah.
a headline, I think, yeah, man.
So would you say that your style right now kind of mirrors them style from them?
Yeah,
kind of?
it's like a fusion of the then dancehall and the now dancehall.
At 24, me make it rain, every pour. Oh, them did say them are the man. Not anymore. It coming like them never hear when me say before. Baller. Friends with benefits, enough benefits. She called me on the phone and say, bro, what you did it with? Whenever you forfeit, and when you start some little argument, more than she even want it.
Me not try to plan, me not try to sit down and I say, oh, me just try to do my thing. You see me? As
So-
I say, nobody not safe, so. We just try to work on our thing. You see me?
So you're just a go with the flow, and
Yeah,
if the
so
right
if it
people
happen,
them
it
come
happen.
along.
Yeah, if it happen, it happen. Like we sit down and say, oh, I want to collab with a person.
No.
Just make nature, life just play out, you see me? So we have a portion of new music we drop. Recently do a music video for my latest song, Money Stack.
Money stuff.
Yeah, that produced by Stubborn God and Strapland Records. One you said, you see me? So we recently do the music video, so you know, so within a week or so from now, that I go out there. And we have a lot more songs lined up for drop to just see, you see me? Whole heap of projects, you see me?
And if you no mind the youth, why you mind? No problem, mind, come in a miss time. Not all can stop me from touch you. When me under my vibe, you know my well charge up. And never 9 to 5 when she tell us that she a walk.
He's originally from Jamaica, Clarendon, but he currently resides in Florida. Sir Toxic has been making quite a name for himself on the music scene. Recently, he was in Jamaica playing at various parties during the festive season. So I don't know the Pree Dis team did have a link up with him for this week's Mixmaster segment. Check it out.
Mixmasters is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge of things anytime, anywhere.
You know the party the record come in, wanna come on and hold the spot. Make sure you get a lick and make sure you get to hookah. Come on the beach days. Come here.
Smoking on that gas, like to be on Cinemax movie. Walk my boot, take a 10 sound bigger. Who he's not I smoke strong that pot. Louis V's in my car down. Black diamonds a part. Bring it up in my top down. On the block.
One of the toughest DJs in the business, Sir Toxic. Welcome to Pree Dis show.
Bless up, glad to
Thanks for being here. Now, you're living in the States now. How have you managed to keep the focus on your brand as a DJ being outside of Jamaica?
What I try to do, honestly, I try to come back home as much as possible. I always try to, every chance, every opportunity I get, every big holiday, I try to come back home and, out of sight, out of mind. So I try to maintain that relevancy and then, bring, you know, that energy from Jamaica back to Florida and give Florida, you know, the Florida people that don't usually come home that often and give them that energy. So.
How did music begin for you?
Well, I've been playing music professionally for about 10 years, since I was in like 2nd or 3rd form. I've been doing music professionally. My mother was actually my first manager. Like I couldn't leave the house if deposit no pay and she don't know about the show, so.
I'm gonna wake up and say, wake them up!
You know, started, you know, just fooling around virtual DJ in the house. My father used to always have car sounds and stuff, so just fool around virtual DJ. Then eventually, you know, buy a little mixer, then you know, link up with my brethren and get some music, and from there just pretty much grew.
You self-taught, right?
Self-taught with a lot of, you know, a lot of tips from, you know, more experienced DJs, but self-taught for the most part. You know, growing up, I used to listen to Zip FM. You know, Chrome, who is actually one of my best friends right now, was one of those guys that I idolize. You know, the local guys in the community, I used to look up to them, but I'd say mainly Chrome and the other ZJs, ZJ Liquid and Ice and Johnny Cool. As a youth, those were the guys that I used to, you know, listen to and take out my pen and write down what them play.
Right on the screen for me, loud. On the screen for me, ready again now! Ready!
What do you think you bring to the table as a DJ? What sets Sir Toxic apart from the crowd?
What sets me apart is I'm a fan of music and I'm a fan of parties. Meaning, I'm the type of person, even if I'm not booked for a party, I'll still go. Because I'm a fan of partying, I'm a fan of music. So with that, me being a fan, I have a natural passion and a natural love for it.
What was the first event or party that you played at professionally?
Professionally, I'd say my school barbecue, but a little bit outside of that, like more, on a more professional platform, a bigger platform. Wet Republic, Appleton Wet Republic is the first, you know, big party when I say, yeah, you must know, you know?
And what would you say has been the biggest event that you played in terms of a crowd size?
Crowd size, I think the biggest event I did was an event in Atlanta called Rum Punch Brunch. It was an Independence Block Party, it was about 12,000 people strong.
Does it matter, early juggling, late juggling?
It does not matter. Both are very integral parts of the event. I would say the early juggling is more so important than the late juggling. Because if you don't set the party right, if the foundation is not right, the house going to fall down. So. My real name is Andrew Dakers and Sir Toxic, again, very interesting story. I just got up one day and said, hey, I want a DJ name, I want a bad name. And I said DJ Toxic, and I started to run with that. Then when I started to get quote-unquote popular in the schools with DJing, everybody wanted to be a DJ. DJ this, DJ that. And I was like, no, I have to separate myself. So when I went back home and I was brainstorming how can I separate myself from the other DJs. I was like, Mr. Toxic, no. And then Sir Toxic, the Queen anoint you. Yeah man, Sir. And then from that we just stick and we just run with it. My long-term goal is just really to just travel the world, get as much experience as possible. So, definitely.
Family man?
Family man, definitely.
Would you want your child or children to get into music as a career? Would you recommend it to them?
I would not recommend them because if my parents didn't do it, I wouldn't be who I am today. So if him say music in one play, I would just try to guide him along the right path. Because trust me, it's a tricky industry. You definitely have to be strong-minded, level-headed. So I would just guide him along the right path.
Sir Toxic, good to have you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Mixmaster segment, all the very best.
Bless up.
Who wants to rise up an animal task? Score the ball now! Score the ball! Score the ball!
After the break, we're going to journey go over Denby Clarendon to find out what the big excitement over Boston Jerk Pit so forward.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one bar, you don't know we come from far.
From far, Anytime we red, feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor we're my celebration time.
I feel the culture. Make we show ya. Jamaican culture.
We are nephew overproof and we just a do it to the culture.
Drink responsibly.